Hey, welcome back to another video. Today we have the top 10 best action figures of 2023. What a year for action figures it was. I'm very happy with my purchases this year. I hope you all are happy with yours. Here's my top 10 best action figures across all lines that I collect. Normally I do multiple videos. Nope, we're only going to do one video with one list covering multiple lines that I buy. I cut out a lot this year, so it's some slim pickings for my top 10, but again, I'm so happy. What a great year for figures it was. I'm excited for 2024, but enough rambling. Y'all want to see a list? You're here for the list. So here are this is my personal opinion, my list of my top 10 best action figures of 2023. Let's get into it. And starting off, we have not my number 10 spot on my top 10. These, of course, are my honorable mentions. Some of you might be happy, some of you might not. I don't care. It's my list. So I'm not going to talk about everything in the list, but okay, SHF Carnage. That was my number one most anticipated figure of the year. Unfortunately, the loose tendrils, the inaccurate face paint, like that not matching the promo images, like that just kind of bumped it. And it was really sad because I do like Carnage. I do like this figure. I like messing around with it. I did have to mod it, which doesn't prohibit. There are figures on this list that I did mod. So if I had to mod it, that's not like a disqualification. If I mod it, I made a figure that I liked even better. So no SHF Carnage is really disappointing, but that's okay. Mafex the Batman, super excited for that. Love that Robert Pattinson head sculpt. I didn't review this figure, but the figure is amazing. However, I don't like those hip joints. They're just weird and ugly, and I just don't know why Mafex decided to go for that. Another figure I didn't review, the Mafex Mark 50. Dang it, this one was in the top 10. I had a spot in there, and there was another figure that was in honorable mentions that I just loved that figure so much more that I just had to switch it out, and I had to pick one. And the Mafex Mark 50, just because I didn't play with it a lot, I got it, put it back in the box, came home, put it in the DTOF, and it's just been there. I didn't really have the want to play with it, whereas the other figure I touched it. Whoa, I played with the figure. I posed the action figure more and more throughout the day. Yeah. Mafex, another Mafex figure. Mafex, Zack Snyder's Superman. This is my first live-action Henry Cavill Superman figure from an import that I have, and it's amazing. I like the cape, I love the body, I love the head sculpts, but just didn't make it onto the list. Marvel Legends Doc Ock from No Way Home. I just got that today. I've literally owned the figure for like 2 hours, so putting recency bias aside, the tendrils are really stiff and they're cool, but the stiffness of them makes me scared that I'm going to break them, and I wish the claws were articulated. So that, and then finally, SHF TASM 2, No Way Home, TASM 2, whatever you want to know. SHF TASM. This figure, ever since it was revealed, I've had an issue with the proportions. I always thought the neck looked too weird. I thought the torso looked weird. Something about the figure looked off. And when I got it in person, that didn't change. And so much that I wanted to mod it. I tried modding it, failed to do it. So now it's just here. But, you know, again, it's a cool figure. And I know this was in a lot of people's top 10 this year, but it's not in mine, sadly. So a good figure. Hopefully Mafex, if they redo Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, knocks out of the park. The SHF one is still great, but just those proportional issues just cut it short from getting on the list. So these are my honorable mentions. Let's go ahead and get into this, starting with number 10. Number 10 goes to the Marvel Legends, the Amazing Spider-Man 2 Andrew Garfield / No Way Home figure from the 3-pack. This isn't even the unmasked one. The receipt goes, yes, oh my god, the Marvel Legend one is better than the SHF, in my opinion. Oh my god, I know some of y'all are going to be so triggered and so mad by that, but I don't give a fuck. This is my list and I don't care. I love this figure. It is the best in the 3-pack, and I did have to mod it. I modded the butterfly joints, I added a calf swivel, and quite frankly, the calf swivel was kind of hard to do. It was my first time doing it, and I did have to crack the torso, so I did have this higher on list because, again, I was just constantly posing this figure on my list. And yeah, it was between this figure and the Mafex Mark 50, and I chose this one over the Mafex Mark 50 because I love Spider-Man more than Iron Man. I love the suit design. I think this one looks better than the SH Figuarts version. So yeah, again, the accessories, it comes with all the hands. I got to get the retro release so I can get the unmasked head sculpt, which I think looks really, really good. But yeah, number 10, Marvel Legends Hasbro, the Andrew Garfield Amazing Spider-Man. That's my number 10 for me. Again, I love this figure. I love this suit. I just, again, found myself constantly taking this off the shelf and just playing with it while I was watching TV, and I really like it. Again, I think it's the best in the 3-pack. So yeah, that's number 10. Let's go ahead and move on to number 9. For number 9, I have the Jada Toys Fei Long. Okay, to no one's surprise, of course, there's going to be a Jada Toys Street Fighter figure on this list. I only had this figure for like a week. I got it last week, and again, same with the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. I had it in my room, and I walked by it, take it off my nightstand, take it off my dresser, and just sit there and put it in a pose and play it, and then come back to it like 20 minutes later in a different pose. Yeah, Jada Toys, again, I'm being a dead horse at this point. Everyone knows how good Jada Toys did this year with the Street Fighter line. They had Universal Monsters last year. Next year, they have Cyberpunk. I'm excited to take a look at those, especially if I watch and do that. Now, some of y'all might be upset that this isn't higher on the list, because I think this is like a lot of people's top 5 or top 3. But the thing about it is, with my list, I want, like, there are figures on this list that I actually care about, that I have personal attachment to. I have no personal attachment to Street Fighter, but I did want to go ahead and acknowledge the amazing freaking products that Jada Toys has put out this year. I do want to get that Chester Cheeto figure as well, but damn it, yeah, Fei Long I think is the best in the Street Fighter line. He just something about it, like a guy, a shirtless guy. I don't know, I'm thinking of like the SH figure, it's Toto right now, that you can just get and pose him into. It's sick, and it poses so naturally, the range and all the joints. And again, for only $25, Jada Toys is definitely competing with imports when it comes to this. Again, they have, I think, Storm Collectibles is the other company that makes Street Fighter stuff. So, you know, Jada Toys is definitely giving them a run for their money, because the whole line is amazing, and Fei Long is awesome. And again, I just no attachment, but I had to include him on my top 10. And for number 8, speaking of figures that I have no attachment to, we have the SH Figuarts Chainsaw Man. Again, if you have this figure, you know how awesome it is. This figure came out months ago. I heard how amazing it was, needed to get it, ended up getting it at this time at the end of the year last month, and holy shit, the rumors are true. I have not watched Chainsaw Man. It's on my watch list. I started it. I haven't finished it. And I can't say that I love the anime. I haven't gotten to that point where it's just like it hits for me. But god damn it, this figure does too. I'm just going to turn this off right here and just grab this right here. Because Jesus Christ, the way that these shoulders and arms pose, like I'm going to do with some figures, like it's just, it flows so smooth and naturally. Like my biggest gripe is just the mouth pops off a lot, just due to design. Like you look down and it wants to come off already. But holy hell, man, that shit is just beautiful. And again, I haven't watched it. And I just, again, wanted to acknowledge SH Figuarts, Tamashi's freaking effort that they put in this figure, because there's some type of magic that they did, because this shit just looks beautiful. I love the range. I love the sculpt, the colors, and I'm excited to, this like figure like sparked like my interest in Chainsaw Man, because now I'm like, damn it, if I watch Chainsaw Man, I love it, then I'm gonna love this figure even more, which means I don't have to buy Power and the other guy, I don't know, and then I know they have a Denji figure coming out, and then is it Maki? I don't know. I don't know the names of everyone who's coming out, but Jesus fucking Christ, like another figure that just poses well. It looks cool. The shelf presence is awesome. I love the blood on the chainsaws. And I know there's a Figma version. I haven't seen anybody talk about that figure, so I guess it's not as good as this one. I don't know. But yes, number 8 on the list, SH Figuarts Chainsaw Man. So what? Another character that I have no attachment to, but god damn it, Tamashi made a badass figure. Do you like scary action figures? Because I fucking love this New York Comic Con exclusive Ghostface Takes Manhattan figure from NECA. Holy shit. I love this so much. This was enough. It was enough for me to review on the channel. If you haven't, go watch that review on my channel. It's posted, and just, this figure is amazing. A 2.0 Ghostface from NECA that poses well. I love the interchangeable faceplates. I love the faceplate from Scream 6, the damaged one. The knife swiping hand. The New York themed like accessories, like the Lady Liberty statue that is Ghostface, and then the playbill and all that stuff like that. Like, oh my god, this figure is just so much fun. And it poses not the best, but it does what you needed it to do for Ghostface. And I'm so happy we got this figure this year. I didn't know this figure was coming out this year until it was revealed. I didn't know it was I didn't know how brand new it was until I compared it to the first version that came out years ago. Again, NECA, another company that had a stellar year. So happy about it. I love this Ghostface. If you're a Scream or Ghostface fan, I recommend this to anybody. I know there's going to be a general release of this figure, because this was a New York Comic Con exclusive, so I hope that general release has some other accessories that didn't come with this one, because I will definitely be picking it up, because it is amazing. I love Scream, I love Ghostface, and I love this figure, so had to be on the top 10. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Now for number 6, we have the NECA Ultimate Feral Predator from Prey. And another banger from NECA. I was going to review this. I'm sorry. I was going to review this for the YouTube channel when I got it back in October. I wasn't able to. I just didn't have time. But holy shit. This is, I think, the best Predator that NECA has put out. Again, I don't collect a lot of the Predators. I have two more. I have the Shaman Predator, and then I have the regular Predator from the first Predator movie. But holy shit, there's something great about an action figure that can store most of its accessories on the body, like the G.I. Joe Hasbro figures. Again, I'm just gonna pull this off right here, and the magnetic backs, which was also on the gun. I didn't know it's a weaker magnet, but it's there and it'll stay. That's so cool. And then the sculpted details and shit on here, like that is just beautiful. And then you have the removable face mask, like. God, and you could see all that ugly fucking, you are one ugly motherfucker. Fucking Predator reference. And then the mandibles, the interchange, instead of having like a whole head sculpt with having the mandibles open and like medium and then closed, like they just have like the mandibles that you can remove. Like that is beautiful. That's amazing. Again, when Prey came out, I loved it. And I was so happy for the franchise, and I thought the movie was amazing. And I couldn't wait for NECA to eventually get to this figure and this character. And last year they announced they were making one. This year it finally came out, and it is fucking beautiful. Again, NECA on top of it this year. Again, I think this is the best Predator figure they have. I'm excited for if there's any other movies that come out that I will like. Maybe I'll love that movie, and I can't wait for any future Predator figures I might buy from NECA. I know this was just the top of the list. Top of the tier, top tier for NECA this year. So happy, so excited. And if you have this figure again, you know how awesome it is. And if not, I would recommend it. If it'll be I would recommend it to anyone who wants to get into the NECA Predator line, that you should have the Feral Predator because it is fucking sick. And here we are at the top 5 figures of 2023, starting off with the Marvel Legends No Way Home Green Goblin that I did mod, but do I care? No. I wish I didn't have to, but I modded it. It's going to be top 5 anyway, because this figure is fucking awesome. Again, the selling point, I had a comparison between this figure and the SHF version, so if you want to know my full thoughts about this whole figure, go ahead and check that out. But just the Green Goblin head sculpt, Hasbro didn't have to include it. This is not how he looked like in No Way Home, but this is how I have him displayed, and I'm happy to include it because it's so nostalgic. And again, I would hope to pray that Hasbro gives us a Raimi trilogy wave, or just again where we can get like the regular armored look without all the purple and stuff in the hoodie from Hasbro. I don't think they will because they gave us this head sculpt to compensate for that, but still, this figure is awesome, and it is my favorite Marvel Legend of 2023. I didn't buy a lot of them, but this one came on top. It's just so cool. Being able to hit this pose, again, I had him on it, but hitting this pose on a glider that's articulated, that comes with a stand, cough, cough, SHF, fuck. Like, oh my God, it's just beautiful. Again, I like this figure more than the SHF. It has great shelf presence. The nostalgia hits for me. It's a fun action figure. It's not perfect, but God damn it, I really care about this figure, and it's going to be a grail in my collection. And speaking of the Raimi stuff, for number 4, we have the SH Figuarts Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, which is the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man from No Way Home, in case you're living underneath a rock. My nostalgia between this figure and the Marvel Legends Goblin is being fulfilled. Freaking my childhood. The reason I love action figures, the reason I love Spider-Man, the reason I love Marvel was because of the original Sam Raimi trilogy, most notably the first Spider-Man movie. That's probably one of my favorite, if not my favorite Spider-Man movie of all time, to be determined. But still, holy shit, this figure was a dream. I remember the day that Tamashi, that SH Figuarts, announced they were making No Way Home figures like a year ago, like early last year. I remember when they announced it, and I was so excited to get them. And again, out of the trio, I think Tobey is the best. I love the unmasked head sculpts. The portraits are cool. The only issue I have with this figure is that the elbows aren't painted. They're blue, and the top part should be red. So aesthetically, I don't like that. I don't know why SH Figures doesn't paint the elbow, but this figure, oh God, my mom is vacuuming. Hopefully y'all can't hear that. But Jesus, again, what a great figure. What a great year for just Raimi fans in general, and just for getting all the No Way Home stuff. We got Doc Ock, we got the Goblin, we have the Marvel Legends line and stuff like that. Again, we have, so happy, so excited. This figure had to be in my top 10. And again, there's one major gripe, one little gripe as to why it's not in the top 3, but top 4, top 5, I think that's enough for it. But SH Figuarts, Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, Friendly Neighborhood from No Way Home. That's my number 4 spot. Let's move on to number 3. And for number 3, we have the SH Figure Arts Let There Be Carnage Venom. Again, another SH Figure Arts figure. Again, it's crazy to think like this figure exists in my mind, because I remember when the Marvel Legends version was announced, I was floored, because for some reason I thought that Hasbro wouldn't make Sonyverse figures, but they did, and then that figure came out and it was amazing, and I was like, damn, what if they made an import version? That would never happen. And then boom, we got an import version of Venom and Carnage. Again, going into 2023, Carnage was my most anticipated figure of the year, and I got Venom back in January. That's the first figure I got this year, and he's just stuck around. Anytime I thought about like a top 10, I was like, oh wait, oh shit, I got Venom this year. Venom was pretty good. And I'd get him and I'd pose him like, god damn it, this figure's great. Now he's not number 2 or number 1 because I did have to repaint him. He had a bluish purple hint to him of the original plastic, and I didn't like that a lot, so I repainted it black, repainted the lines. Had to do that again. It's my list. Fuck you, have to customize them. I don't care. It's my list, my rules. So again, number 3, Let There Be Carnage Venom. It's amazing. Again, the best movie, which it is objectively the best movie Marvel movie Venom figure out there. But if you have the Marvel Legends, I'm still gonna defend that. You can keep that and be just fine. But yeah, the Let There Be Carnage Venom from SH Figure Arts is amazing as hell. And again, right away I knew, I was like, this is gonna be top 10 of the year, and here we are 12 months later, and he's on the top 10 list at number 3. And number 2 goes to the SH Figure Arts Across the Spider-Verse 2099. I just posted a review about this yesterday. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. Again, I was gushing in the review. It's amazing. I love this figure. It's great. Again, it was between this and Venom for number 2, and for Venom, I had to mod it to get it to where I needed to. So I really, essentially, other than the expression on the head sculpt, for the unmasked head sculpt, I have no issues with this figure. Again, I'm trying not to repeat myself because I literally just put out a review yesterday. Amazing figure, great accessories, great sculpt, the articulation for how big he is and how dynamic and all the poses you can hit. Amazing. Yeah. Number 2 of the year. That's crazy. Now there's only one more. The number 1 figure that I bought this year, and I have to say I have enjoyed playing with them. Yep, that is right. Them. Multiple them. Yes, my number 1 figures of the year are the Turtle Tot figures from, I don't know what company made these, Mattel, I don't know, Playmates, whoever it was, but the Turtle Tot figures from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem. I like that movie a lot. It's Spider-Verse, but Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and again, I love the interpretation of the Turtles in this movie because they're actually teenagers, so that was like really cool and really funny to watch. I thought the movie was great. It's in like my top 5 movies of the year. Not number 1, but holy shit. When I saw these figures got revealed, I was like, no freaking way. Because I saw their designs in the trailer and they just look derpy. And I saw memes on TikTok. And then I saw the figures. And I was like, I have to have them. And I got them. And I got to say I've had fun taking pictures of them, throwing them around. I took them on vacation. Oh, okay. You fucking, this is the jokes going on. You fucking know I'm digging around with y'all. Going handheld mode. Of course, my number 1 figure of the year is the Hot Toys Carnage from Venom. Let There Be Carnage. This is a Grail dream figure of mine to have. I love Carnage. I was happy to see him in live action. And while the movie wasn't great, I loved him in the movie. That was amazing. And I just have to say, yeah, so there was another note too. I got 5 Hot Toys this year. That was another big year for me. I got Hot Toys Doc Ock, Integrated Suit, Green Goblin, Venom, and Carnage. Now, it would be easy for me. I love all these figures. It would be easy for me to throw these all on the top 10 list, but I didn't want to do that because I wanted to secure. I didn't want to waste 5 spots for 5 Hot Toys. So, are these all number 1? Nope. This is the best out of them. Doc Ock is really, really nice, though. I think I had more fun like posing and playing with Doc Ock more than I did Green Goblin, and Green Goblin was the one I was most excited for, but Green Goblin looks fucking awesome. Look at that shit in there. Okay, again, I have a collection tour. If y'all want to see more of this stuff right there, go watch the collection tour. I just posted it like 2 days ago. But yes, my number 1 figure of 2023 is the Hot Toys Carnage from Venom. Let There Be Carnage. Crazy because this was my most anticipated figure of the year, and I thought this was going to be number 1. I was like, this is going to be number 1. It's going to come out, it's going to be amazing, and it wasn't amazing when it came out, and then I got this version, and this one is amazing, and now this one is number 1, so again, it wasn't on my radar, but again, all the tendrils, bendy wire. It's a Hot Toys figure, but it has exposed joints, so I can bend the arms and the knees and everything and not worry about having a suit creasing or tearing. magnetic head, magnetic tongue, like all the weapons it has, the interchangeable claws I did. Y'all see this here? It comes with so much more. Again, go watch a review of this figure. Go watch Justin's Collections review if you haven't. It's amazing. Love this figure. Took me by storm. So happy to have it in my collection. But yes, this is my number one figure. Also, if you haven't watched it, go watch the Geek Effects figure rewind. Yeah, this was kind of spoiled on there because this was my number one pick of the year for the Geek Effects rewind. So if you saw that video, then you already knew I was sticking around with the turtle tots, and you already knew what number one was. But anyways, that's, yeah, number one, Hot Toys Venom Carnage from Hot Toys Carnage from Venom, Let There Be Carnage. And with that, those are my top 10 figures of 2023. What a year of releases for me. I like looking at my top 10 in this part right here because I can see how diverse everything. We got Marvel Legends, NECA, Jada Toys, Figuarts, Hot Toys. Like, that's just amazing to me, and I'm really happy with my pick again. There's some stuff that I want. The only thing missing, there's one thing missing that probably would have took this figure out, and that is the Reveltech 2.0 Spider-Man. I really wanted that figure. Wasn't able to get it in time before the end of the year, so I had my chance, but I missed it, so I'm gonna have to get the reissue in 2024. But that probably would have taken out this Spider-Man for that one, because man, I was really excited for that figure, and that figure looks amazing, but I don't have it. Anyways, what did y'all guys think of my top 10? Let me know if you like it, if you hated it. What figures are in your top 10? What are your top 5? What's your number one figure of the year? What's your top 5? What's your top 10? What's your top 20? I wish I could have done top 20. There are other figures I wanted to include. I got other stuff like all around that I wanted to have. But let me know. I don't know if this is going to be my last top 10. I don't know what a top 10 is going to look like for me in 2024. I don't know. Like I said, if you didn't know already, because I've repeated it 1,000 times, I'm moving, graduated from college, getting my first big boy job, so I got to hold back on collecting for a little bit. So again, I don't know what 2024 has in store for me in collecting and the channel and content creation, but I hope y'all enjoyed what I put out for y'all this year. Happy New Year to all of y'all. It's December 31st when I post this, so Happy New Year. Y'all stay safe, be with loved ones, and be excited for 2024. It's another year, 365 days to do what you want, to buy that figure, to ask her out, ask him out, get that job, buy that figure, find your grail, pose something, make videos. I don't know, I'm trying to get all sentimental with it, but I just recorded a whole outro from this point of view, and I wasn't even recording. That's embarrassing. I said a bunch of nice things that I don't even want to repeat now, because why would I? Anyways, thank y'all for being with me for 2023. Look out for what I have coming out in 2024. It might slow down. It might go up. I don't know. I'm not a time traveler. I don't know. I can't see the future. Who knows? It might be a big year. But thank y'all again. Let me know what y'all think of my top 10. Comment down below what was your favorite figure of the year, or your top 10, your top 5, top 20, whatever. Again, like, comment, subscribe. If you want to, follow me on Instagram at boondocks01 and Daniel_boon01 if you want to see that. Happy New Year, guys. Happy New Year. 2024 is a big one. I'm excited to see what happens, where my life carries. It's bittersweet, but anyways, I'll catch y'all on the next video. So, peace.